Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert. The following video will contain spoilers from the new motion picture Justice League. So if you don't want anything spoiled or ruined for you, stop watching now. For everybody else here, hey guys, Dave here. Okay. Finally got to see Justice League, and okay. Keep in mind that anything I'm saying as far as negativity here might be tainted by the fact that I just got done working. I feel like relatively crap. And if I'd have gone in here a little bit more rest or whatever, or if we're feeling better, I probably have a higher opinion. But I'm going to be very honest here. Okay, we finally got to see the five assemble. And they set things up rather beautifully, especially in the flashback scenes, and we get to see some interesting cameos, ones I wasn't quite expecting. Apparently, this is the first time Steppenwolf was here. And when he was, I mean, there were moments that it looked like there were fight scenes in here that looked like condensed things from Lord of the Rings. I'm not even kidding. It was especially cool seeing mortals, Amazons, Atlanteans, and a few others, including someone sporting an emerald bling, fighting Steppenwolf the first time. So, yeah, that was interesting. No one I recognized, though. So, this is way back in Earth's past. But Batman's trying to assemble the League, and it's interesting. We get to see little snippets here and there of them, as well as them being brought together. And we get to see them really in action, but also it's quite fast-paced. And I don't know, if there was any one overall major negative to the film, I'd have to say that it feels condensed. Now, I heard this friggin' thing was going to be a runtime of 2 hours, 20 minutes. And that's not counting previews and stuff like that. No, I was expecting a longer film. After Wonder Woman and Batman vs. Superman, Man of Steel, I was expecting a longer runtime. Because there's a lot of goodness that feels like it needed to be captured. And it just feels like the movie got condensed down to 2 hours, 1 minute. Well, also, you got the extra credit end credit scenes. There's two of them, so stick around, please. And they were cute. They were good nods, and it's good. It's just, I gotta admit, if there's a big problem, I gotta say that the movie felt like it was condensed. Now, it's not a bad thing. I mean, they condense the action, they pick the action good up, and there's also small moments of drama for exposition or whatnot, just to set things up, to set the tone. But honestly, I feel like these scenes were originally intended to be longer on purpose, and it's just condensed. I mean, like, when we get to see little snippets of Atlantis, it feels like there was something that's supposed to be bigger there, like a cutaway of the part that where the mother box is and that. I mean, we get to see more of it on Themyscira, but it just felt like it was condensed. Which, that's the part that just kept annoying me. I mean, yes, it's good for movie audiences. It's good to help introduce people, because most people never heard of Cyborg before, unless they watched the Teen Titans and whatnot. Or played Injustice, things like that. I know about him, and he's freaking awesome. And I thought that he did a good job with them, but there are scenes in the ads that didn't make it into the final cut of this movie. And that's just one little example. I mean, there's little things there that feel like they've been cut down, shortened, and condensed. Now, it was in a good way. We get plenty of the action and whatnot, but you don't have to worry about any scenes where there's like everyone's going, oh, boring, slow down exposition or whatever. So it's going to get people on board with it. But honestly, at times there feels like the film was intended to be longer, bigger, better, and more heart put into it. But things are like, we got the final cut here, which is good, but it leaves you wanting more. And it feels like some of the better scenes, or just some of the things that might have to round it out, might have been cut for like DLC if it were a video game, or stuff you know for a fact is going to be extended editions for the DVD when it eventually comes out. So it was good, and I mean, oh, and I'll tell you what, Jason Momoa's Aquaman is not a punchline anymore. He may be funny, but he's a brutal badass. He's physical, and this is a guy that can hold his own, not only against armies, but there's one scene where, I mean, Steppenwolf's fighting with Wonder Woman and Aquaman, and it takes both of them to hold their own against this freaking behemoth. So, I'm telling you, it's amazing. So, I know that some people might say that some of the things are a little cliche, you know. Oh, big bad, got an army of mindless blah 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 blahs, whatever. The parademons do look frightening, and it makes me wonder if the style that they're doing here may be somehow connected to their reach, which is, you know, the thing that gives the scarab the blue beetle. So, it makes me wonder. So, they might be having some little subtle hints there. But all in all, I mean, the team are doing everything they can to finally come together. Ezra Miller is a good, fresh-faced Barry Allen. Now, I know some people may have a problem with the way he runs in the thing, but I've seen like skiers and other people that do like certain like actual activity. They do throw their arms out like that in a specific way. So there are times it feels like it's exaggerated, but given the speed he's going, it kind of makes sense. So, I mean, it's similar to the arm motions of like a speed skater. So don't give him too much gruff. But he helps to really steal the show. I mean, for this fresh-faced kid who's never really been in a fight, he starts to show his own in here. I mean, Gal Gadot, awesome. She comes again, and she just shows that she is like the nurturer, the mother hen here. Bruce is the old grizzled, guy who's trying to do this thing as the best he can. And I mean, it's awesome. I mean, this is definitely, you start to get the feeling this is really going to be an awesome team here. And eventually, of course, we do get a surprise guy who comes back. Now, it's interesting how they bring him back. There was never a shadow of a doubt that he was going to be coming back. It was just a matter of how. And there's a confrontation scene between the League and a possible resurrected guy. And I ain't talking Jesus. So, but it's interesting. If you anyone had a problem with the whole Martha scene in Batman vs. Superman, then you might be ready to gripe about what it took to snap him out of what it was. But it was a perfectly logical thing to me. And there are moments you get to see genuine moments of joy, especially when you get to see Martha Kent see someone she misses. And it was some good stuff. It really was. And eventually when, they have the climactic battle at the end, the team finally does come together. They're getting their stuff together, and they're just whooping it. Now keep in mind, some of the greatest heroes on Earth had to assemble, or unite in this case, to take on an exiled general in the army of Apocalypse. So it gives you an idea that all these guys, plus a ringer, had to come in just to stop him and thwart him. You can only imagine. This sets up that if the general is something, if all these other forces had to unite before, what is it going to take if Darkseid finally shows up? And eventually he's going to. So that was interesting. So it looks like the League's getting together. It looks like Wayne Manor is going to be becoming the new Justice League headquarters for a while. And there's a cute little after-credits scene where the Flash and Superman get to do their race thing. That's cute. We never get to see who wins, but it's a perfect little moment. But you have to stay till the other end credits scene. Guard goes to get Luthor out of his cell at Arkham. He ain't there. And he gets to meet up with a one-eyed mercenary on his yacht, thinking that maybe it's time to form a league of their own. Bum, bum, bum! Like I said, there's a lot of goodness in here. The CGI, decent. The effects are decent. I mean, for some of them, people are going to start learning who the heck Steppenwolf is in this one. And I think it's, like I said, people are going to be wanting to see more of this. I saw it in 2D. I want to go back and see it in IMAX 3D. But like I said, I don't know what it is. It felt like there was supposed to be more to this film. Maybe I hyped myself up too much. But it was enjoyable. It was darn good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I want to see it again in the theater, and I want to spend more money on a film that I've already seen in 2D. And I want to spend to see an IMAX 3D because there's stuff I might have missed. And I want to be exposed, man. I want to see all this freaking awesomeness happen, and I would be surrounded by my people, just happy, cheering, getting this going. And I think there's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be more people wanting to see more of this. It left you with the feeling of wanting more. So whether it's going to be an extended DVD, whether it's going to be, you felt like there should have been more stuff we've seen for Cyborg or Aquaman or Flash. We got these tastes that makes us want more. And we're going to go to these other films with that same hunger, wanting more and expecting more. But hopefully in this case, when the characters have their own individual movies, they'll be more fleshed out. But not to say that they didn't do a good job, because they did. Like I said, it was a good movie. It was well done. It just felt condensed and made to be concise. I would love to see what was left out, because it felt like it could have been that over-the-top goodness, but something that's just lacking. And I feel like that was because it was edited and waiting for something else. So. But it makes me want to see. What makes me want to see the movie as is again, and it makes me want to see the extended cut when it comes out. So, you are looking at a marketing juggernaut here. This is going to be big. Plus the little nods. I mean, there's a scene where we get to hear a familiar little piece of music made by Danny Elfman. Yes, that comes on there. It's all these little nods that are very cool. And there's probably stuff I've missed, so I have to go back and see it again, because people probably have a better, sharper eye than I am. And hopefully I'll be a little bit more rested and in a better mood when I do see it. So overall, is it worth seeing? Hell yes. Go check this movie out. Justice League. Yeah. See it however you can. If 2D is the only option, but you have to eventually see this thing in IMAX 3D, because that's what I'm going to do. So, what do you guys think? Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will catch up with you guys later. And thanks to everybody that's been checking up on me and whatnot. I'm not quite ready to come back on a full-time basis yet, but I had to make a video about Justice League. Alright guys, until next time, Dave signing off. Peace. Oh, and in case I don't hear from you, happy Thanksgiving.